Hey everyone, it's Riggs back here with some more Indiana Jones news. Well, not really. We're closing in on the final hours of 2022. Soon the clocks will roll over at midnight on the 31st, New Year's Eve. We'll see the big ball drop and we'll be in the glory days of 2023. I can't wait. 2022 been kind of a bust. So have most of the last 3 years entirely. But here we are. Not much going on. Not much new news, but we've got an article here from Gamespot.com that talks about everything we all know about Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. So I thought it would be good to take a look back, see all the details in one spot. Probably will steer away from some of the wild speculation about different things. I don't know what's in this article really, but we'll go through. So this was posted by Phil Owen. We'll put the link in the description. And here we go. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Everything we know about Harrison Ford's return to the franchise. As hard as it might be to believe, and it's pretty difficult if we're being honest. That's fair. A fifth Indiana Jones movie dubbed The Dial of Destiny is coming fairly soon. As is usually the case in Hollywood, there's no such thing as letting sleeping dogs lie with these huge brands. They sure tried. They tried to leave it lying before Crystal Skull came out, and they tried to leave it lying before Dial of Destiny was put into production, and they tried to leave it lying, it seemed, while Dial of Destiny was in production. But here we are. We're on the precipice of Indiana Jones 5. Will it be good? I don't have a lot of confidence. Indiana Jones has become one of our longest-winded major franchises, with the first 3 films spanning the 80s, 1981 to 1989, followed by a 4th movie decades later in 2008. But that film, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, was not well received, and these days is thought of in the same light as the Star Wars prequels. Not the most flattering comparison. I think these days it's probably thought of like the Star Wars sequels. The prequels have really grown on a lot of people. Don't sleep on the prequels. I still don't think they're great, but I think after the sequels, and I know this is a controversial take, after the sequels, prequels are looking pretty good. In Crystal Skull, Indy was ostensibly passing the torch to a successor, Mutt, his secret son with Mario Ravenwood. What are we getting at here, GameSpot? Indiana Jones having a little affair with someone named Mario, a nice Italian plumber, perhaps? Oh, no, wait. They probably just made a typo. Who was played by one Shia LaBeouf. Said passing of torch never ended up materializing after that film, with LaBeouf failing from his status as a hot up-and-comer in the years since. It looked for a while that would simply be it for the Indiana Jones franchise. But here we are, 14 years later, with the Dial of Destiny and a new heir apparent to the hat and whip. I guess we're getting maybe a little bit into the Overlord DVD stuff. I don't know. But we'll get to that later. Ooh, there's so much to talk about with regards to this movie. And the new Indy Jr. is just one part of it. The new Indy Jr.? So let's dig in. Here's everything we know so far about what's in store for us with Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Is there a trailer for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny? Yes, you can watch it right here. Okay. When can we watch Indiana Jones 5? After all sorts of delays, the Dial of Destiny has settled on a June 30th, 2023 release. Is Steven Spielberg directing? Wow, this is some real spicy news. No, Indy 5 comes from James Mangold, director of Logan, one of the best Marvel movies. One of the best Marvel movies, I guess. Remember, it's not the MCU, but maybe it could be with Deadpool 3. This is going to be some kind of time travel plot there too, I hear. We don't know. What's a Dial of Destiny? And what does it do? No idea. It's a nebulous concept. The trailer provided few clues. Could this thing have something to do with it? We are missing some photos here. Nope, that's Mutt. Here we go. Dial of Destiny. Perhaps a part of the Dial of Destiny? Perhaps this is the Dial of Destiny? Whose old withered hands are these? Only time will tell. Will Shia LaBeouf be in it? Not that we know of. Who is coming back? Oh, there we have de-aged Indiana Jones. Does a digitally de-aged 30-year younger version of Harrison Ford count as a cast member separate from current Harrison Ford? We'll let you debate that one. Aside from Harrison Ford, as Indies of various ages, the only past cast member confirmed to return is John Rhys Davies as Sala, who appeared in Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade. So, no Karen Allen as Mario Ravenwood, who Indy married at the end of the last movie. No Jim Broadbent as whoever it was he played in that last one. This guy's got about as much respect for that Crystal Skull as I do. And as previously mentioned, no Shia LaBeouf. And perhaps most frustrating of all, given his award-winning turn in Everything Everywhere All at Once, Ke Huy Quan will not be reprising his role as Short Round. Although perhaps, John Williams. Oh wait, we're not going to get into the wild speculation. As far as we know, of course. Oh, they are spicy. Who else is in the cast of Indiana Jones 5? Well, aside from Ford and Rhys Davies, we've got a stacked cast of new characters, starting with Mads Mikkelsen as Voller, the main baddie, and Boyd Holbrook as his enforcer, Kleber. Toby Jones, Antonio Banderas, and Thomas Kretschmann will also have parts to play. A 7-foot-tall Dutch bodybuilder named Olivier Richters will presumably play a bad guy Indy will have to defeat in some kind of dryly funny way. Well, that is possible. But most importantly of all, we've got Phoebe Waller-Bridge as Indiana Jones' goddaughter, new partner in crime, and likely new heir to the whip and fedora from here. All right, so this guy is getting into some of the nuts and bolts of this conspiracy theory that we've all been talking about and hearing so much about the last few weeks. Will the events of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull even be acknowledged? We have no idea, but it's a smart bet there'll be at least a joke or two about it. Maybe Indy can hide in another refrigerator. So what's Indy 5 about? We don't have a lot of details, but the film is said to use the space race of the 1960s as its backdrop, with the villainous Voller being based on Werner von Braun, the famous Nazi rocket scientist who got to live a plum life working at NASA after World War II. So this time it looks like the call is coming from inside the house. The first trailer was one of those flash a bunch of context-free cool shot affairs, so it wasn't really illuminating at all about plot details. But it's clear that there will be flashback scenes with a digitally de-aged Harrison Ford, and a brief shot of Voller in full Nazi uniform makes us think these two knew each other back in the day. Yeah, again, we're going to talk about this time travel, I'm sure, a lot in the next 6 months. I think we have confirmed with these scenes that the Dial of Destiny is some kind of MacGuffin that lets them travel through time. It also kind of fits with some of the wild speculation about portals and stuff being opened and characters going through said portals. I think Antonio Banderas may have something to do with that. Who knows? One other thing we do know for sure, one big action set piece will take place during the New York City ticker tape parade celebrating the return of astronauts Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins from the Apollo 11 mission, the first manned mission to land on the moon in 1969. Apparently, Indy's never too old to get into an exciting horse chase. And one super cool thing about this big set piece, action piece with the horses and the subways and all this kind of stuff in New York City is this actually took place in Glasgow, Scotland. I remember seeing this about a year ago-ish, that there was big action. I think Harrison Ford might have hurt himself, during some of this filming. But yeah, they shot this in Glasgow. So, I mean, is Glasgow a good stand-in for New York City? Time will only tell. Anyway, what do you think about this summary of news on Indiana Jones 5 and the Dial of Destiny? Do you think Glasgow could be a good stand-in for New York City? Do you think any of this wild rumors about time travel and Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Helena Brody taking over for Indiana Jones could have any merit? Do you think that Indiana Jones was in a secret affair with someone named Mario? Leave a comment down below, and maybe we'll talk about it in a mail call episode. Thanks for watching. Be sure you're subscribed. Hit the bell for notifications if you enjoyed this content. Hit the like button and share this video with your friends. It'll help our channel grow, and we really appreciate your patronage. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.